Hello, this is Oshi from Crafting with Oshi and welcome to this video. This is the card we're going to make today. It's this one here. So it's these 3 candles and there's all this foliage around it. So let's start off. I have here a piece of Whisper White and this piece measures 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters. I think I'm going to do my stamping in the Stamparatus, so let me get that out. There we go. And we need my magnet from the back. And I'm just going to put that here. Okay. And then I'll show you the stamp set we're going to use. It's this one called Sweetest Time. And I'll show you what these masks are for in a second. But let's get out what we need to start off with. I'm going to start off with our 3 candles. So, and let's see, where do we want to put these? Not too far up the paper, I don't feel. Because then we want to give space for our sentiment as well. So let's say about there should be good. Okay, I'm going to pick that up with my lid. Make sure everything's back in the corner. And then I'm going to stamp with some cherry cobbler ink, and this is it. Make sure you ink up everything nicely. That obviously, because using this in Stamparatus, if you make a mistake, you can always just re-ink it easily. Giving a little press down, and hope I don't make a mistake. No, that will do fine for me. So I'm going to close up this ink pad because I definitely don't want to get cherry cobbler all over the place. And now I'm going to give my stamp a little clean so that I can try and minimise the mess. This cherry cobbler does make a mess all over the place. Okay, so that was the simple chamois I used to do that. So, even so, look at me, I've got ink on me again. Anyway, let's put this away, and while we've got everything out here, let's stamp our sentiment. And we're going to use this one that says all is calm, all is bright. You recognise it from Silent Night. So line everything back up again. I'm just taking my time to try and get it as straight as I think I can. If I don't, tough. It is what it is, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm stamping this in garden green. Yeah, that'll do me. All is calm, all is bright. I wish that were true. Okay, give that a little clean up. Okay, and while I'm thinking about it, let's put the stamp away. I tend to always clean up like this as I go along because I find it causes less confusion and problems later on in the day. Okay, so let's move this aside and put our magnet back. Sorry about the noise. Now I am going to use just a small block if I could find one. I should have got it out earlier, but I didn't, so I'm sorry about that noise. And we're going to be using these I think I'm just going to use the one this time actually, this little holly leaf here, and we're stamping in garden green again. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what these things are. These are called masks. Now these can cut out of, I've used masking paper, but you can use just some post-it note paper, you know, the post-it note paper that has stickiness all over. So I cut these out, I just stamped this on the paper and then I cut it out with my scissors to make these masks. And then you're just going to lay them down on top of your candle, and you can see I used it already last time. Just lay them down like this. It's mainly the bottom that I want to mask rather than the top. and after I've made them I just keep them in my stamp case with everything else, so that they're all nicely together. And I'm just going to do this last one if I can get it off the piece of paper. And these are just like post-it notes, as I said, it's just masking paper, so it won't damage the image underneath, but it'll just protect it a bit. And that's fine, because not doing at the top, we're just, so don't want to lose that. Sorry if it keeps getting brighter and then darker and brighter and darker. The weather is all over the place today. I was out driving this morning and it was pouring with rain on the car, and at the same time above the sky was blue skies and sunshine, and then there was just tipping down on the car, and then it will be grey 2 seconds later, and then it will be sunny, and it's been all over the place today. So sorry about that, but I have no control over the weather. I wish I did, but I don't. Now you can see I made an absolute boo-boo there. Now we're going to try and correct it, and if I can't, I'm not going to worry myself too much, but you can to a certain extent, because these are clear stamps. And all I'm going to do is stamp these holly leaves around the base here, and this is why I wanted this mask, but I didn't want it to cover the candles. So just stamping any old way that takes my fancy. I'm not really being too prissy about it. That will do fine. So let's close this up and get our handy dandy chamois out to clean up the mess before we transfer it everywhere else, because it's so much easier just to take 2 seconds to clean it up than to have to rectify a mess later. So now we can pull off these shims, and if you've still got your black backings, which you should do, you can just put these back on to your backings. And I had 2, I had 3, but I've lost one. I will find it after I finish filming, but you see how beautifully that masks just where you were. Okay, so now next thing we're going to do is, this is the die set that comes with it. It's a gorgeous die set, has so many wonderful things in it, but for now we're just going to use this piece here that creates this foliage, and it doesn't totally cut out, only the top cuts out, not the bottom, but you'll see how we're going to overcome that problem in a second. So I'm going to cut it out of garden green, so I'm just going to put that through the die cutting machine and I'll be back. Okay, so we've cut this out, and as you can see it doesn't fully cut out because it acts as a pop-up piece. It's a little delicate, so just be careful. And then all I'm going to do is this here where it's just attached still, I'm just going to snip it. I'm just using actually my fingers here just to snip wherever I feel that is the right place, so it still maintains a really nice shape, just like that, and get rid of any little bits that are still there. There we go. So put that away. That is what you've got, and now all I'm going to do is lay this on top to give some extra dimension, and I'm just going to stick it down with a little bit of what do you call that stuff, Tombow, which is why I've leaned across the camera to get my silicone sheet, so I can put some Tombow on the back. And you just want tiny dots here, there and everywhere, but I like how doing all my silicone sheets, if I get some glue in the wrong place, it'll go on the sheet and not on my craft mat, my craft sheet, and then I have to chuck that and you know, and start again. I prefer this, that I can just wipe clean. Okay. Remember, Tombow dries clear, so don't worry. Okay, there we go. I haven't put loads, enough as good as a feast, as I was told as a kid. So we're just going to lay this on top, like that, and just hold it down for a second, just like that. Put away our craft sheet. And now I'm just going to get a bigger pair of scissors than that so I can cut all the little bits that are hanging off. You can hear them all scattering across my desk, can't you? Okay, let's just gather these up quickly. Most of them have gone on my craft sheet, so all I'm going to do is take the craft sheet and dump the bits in the bin. Simples. That bit wanted to stay behind, but I got him instead. Right, card base is garden green. The standard A6 card base, that's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And we're just going to wallop this on top now. Okay, straighten things up a little bit. And then bring this back. Swoopsie daisy. Stick this down. Just like that. So that's what we've got so far. Now I'm going to bring in my red rhinestones. And we're going to add some here and there that look like berries. So let's see, where shall we put one? There. And maybe one over there. This one is stuck to me, so let's put him there. That'll be enough. Okay, clear the decks. There are the two cards. What do you think? Love them, hate them? Let me know in the description box, in the comments below. I love to hear your comments. I hope you did enjoy the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any more information about this project, supply list, links to my online shop and all that good stuff, it'll be in the description box below, along with all my social media links, including the link to my new Facebook group where we hold our monthly card club, which is a virtual card club, and I send you out the kits every month. And in the kit you have everything to make 4 to 5 lovely projects. And we do a Facebook Live every month for you, so you can follow and craft along with me. So do check that out. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!